The Congressional Cup is one of the most prestigious and long-running match racing events on the planet, this year being the 58th historic staging of this regatta. It's a founding event of the long-established World Match Racing Tour and a World Sailing Grade 1 competition, which attracts the very best match racers to the Long Beach Yacht Club in beautiful Southern California.
The Congressional Cup is just a really historic, famous cup and regatta.
Winning this great event is extraordinary.
It's attracted the biggest names in the sport over the years.
So many good sailors are on the cup before this. I mean, top sailors from all over the world who has won this event, and it's an honor to be one of the teams that has won this event before.
The racing takes place off the famous Belmont Veterans Memorial Pier, with 10 teams taking part over 5 days of competition, racing these traditional Catalina 37 yachts. And there's always a special atmosphere at the club this week with so many visitors here.
No expectations. Just super excited to be here, stoked to be on the start line. Hope to be improving a little bit each race and just enjoy the event.
Yes, very excited. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to make it to Congressional Cup. Sailing with idols who I watched, on YouTube do kind of some match racing moves that I tried to learn, and it's an honor to be here.
Last year we had to go the hard way through Figure Cup, and then to compete in Con Cup we came short just 1 point from semifinals, and hopefully this year we can do even better and make our ways into the semifinals. But it's going to be a long week of sailing and it's a tough competition.
The Long Beach Yacht Club has a distinguished history in the sport and has established the Congressional Cup Regatta as one of the premier sailing events in the world.
The Long Beach Yacht Club was formed in 1929 by a group of local citizens that wanted to have a yacht racing. Senior Staff Commodore Bill DeLacy at the time went and got a deed of gift from Congress to establish the Congressional Cup. So this race has been going on since 1964. It was established 1965. We started the race and has been going ever since. We are the longest continuously run match race regatta in the world, so it's pretty exciting. Members here take it very seriously. We have over 300 members that help put this on, and all the sailors become family. We love seeing everybody from around the world.
Over the years, the Congressional Cup has become a must-win trophy for the best in match racing, and it's adorned with the winners' names from across the decades, with America's Cup and Olympic champions having won this magnificent trophy, together with the famous skipper's crimson blazer that comes with it.
Well, I think the Congressional Cup really is defined by the yacht club and the volunteers and the atmosphere around the club. I feel it's really unique in that it's so heavily club focused. The whole membership gets behind the event. The club really comes alive during this week, and they really plan. The whole club plans the whole year for the regatta, and it's really almost what they exist for. I'm sure they have a lot of other great programs here at the club, but at the same time, Congressional Cup really is the signature event, and it's just fantastic to come back and feel so at home and so warmly welcomed by the whole club every time we come back.
It's a truly international mix taking part, with teams from 7 different countries, including the reigning match race World Tour champion Nick Egnott Johnson from New Zealand and 6-time world champion Ian Williams from Great Britain. The round-robin stage is where each team competes against each other twice over 3 days, the aim being to win as many of the 18 matches they take part in as possible. Only the top 4 teams accruing the most wins will advance to the next round, which is the semi-final stage, the Final Four. As the days progress, the conditions vary. Every team picks up wins as the drama builds, with collisions, close calls, and skillful boat handling. The skippers and crews matching tack for tack and jibe for jibe through the races. Yanni Bertson from Sweden is docked half a point for damage to his yacht. while the experience of Erik Monnen from Switzerland and New Zealand's Egnot Johnson shine through, scoring win after win. The Kiwis finishing with 9 wins in 4th place. But perhaps the surprise of these eliminations proves to be young Jeppe Bork and his team from Denmark, who take many scalps and after the first day of competition have 6 wins from 9 races, and then follow up with 7 more in the second round-robin stage to finish 3rd overall. Meanwhile, Ian Williams' crew's class shows with a total of 14 victories in this stage. But incredibly, it's Chris Poole of the USA with his Riptide Racing team who come through unscathed with an extraordinary record of a perfect 18 wins with no defeats, something that is rarely ever achieved on the World Match Racing Tour. The top 4 teams advanced to the next round. Nick Egnot Johnson scraping through on countback over Erik Monnen, but a clean 100% win ratio is a rare sight at any event in match racing history.
Today's day 3 of Congressional Cup. We just finished the second round robin. So far it's been pretty good. We haven't lost a race yet, and my team's sailing really, really well, and looking forward to the semis. Our hope is to get better than we've been sailing the last 3 days, keep improving, and go one step further than we have previous Con Cups and make it to the finals.
And had a super close race against Erik Monnen, which was the decider to who was going to make it in the semi. So we managed to just win that one, and we're through now. So yeah, the boys are really happy.
Today was a tough day on the water. We had some very close races against a lot of the competitors out there. The fleet has been really strong this year, but I think we managed to keep the boat fast and stayed out of trouble with the umpires.
So the 58th Congressional Cup now moves into the final stage, with the remaining 4 teams ready to do battle for a place in the finals. Straight into the action, and in the first race of the best-of-5 match encounter, first blood goes to the young Danish crew, leaving Williams in their wake as they scored their first point. Meanwhile, Chris Poole continues his winning run, scoring yet another victory over the Kiwis. With a freshening breeze here in Long Beach, Match 2 sees Poole in control of his next race from start to finish after gaining the advantage in the crucial 4-minute pre-start. Never looking back to chalk up a second win. Advantage Poole again. In Match 2 for Williams, it did not go according to plan. The Danish team wriggle out of Williams' grasp off the start line and sail away, managing to stay ahead through the 2-lap course and notch up their second win, meaning Williams now needs 3 straight victories to stay alive in the contest. It was also do or die for Nick Egnot Johnson, but the U.S. crew hammers home an emphatic win before the crowds lining the Belmont Pier. A 3-0 victory, keeping their unbeaten winning streak intact, having not lost a single match on their way to reaching their first ever Congressional Cup final.
We had good starts off the line even, and then from there we were able to get a couple of shifts and stretch our way.
The focus now switches to Williams and Bork, and what a race it is. In the pre-start, Williams' experience comes to the fore, forcing a penalty against the Danes, which they carry around the racetrack. But despite Williams' best defense, Bork catches up by the second windward mark rounding, then sets a mark trap for the Brits, and expertly shreds their penalty with a 360-degree turn, while keeping the lead and inflicting an offset penalty against Williams at the same time. From there, they lead all the way to the finish, securing an incredible 3-0 whitewash over one of the best match racing teams in the world.
You know, we had our opportunities. He hardly put a foot wrong. So as I say, credit to him. Yeah, looks like we needed another day of practice that we didn't get. So as I say, credit to him. We'll go forward to tomorrow and try and get 3rd.
Wow, that was quite something. Last time we sailed the Ian Williams was in the semi-finals at the World Championship in Bermuda, and he won 3-0, and I guess we returned the favor this time.
So the scene is set for a new team, a first-time winner to add their name to the roster of sailing legends who have won the Congressional Cup. But the question is, who will it be? Jeppe Bork or Chris Poole? So, of the final 2 left of the field of 10 starters, Poole remains unbeaten so far. Who will don the Crimson winner's blazer later today?
Pre-start race number 1 of the finals of the 58th Congressional Cup. We're on board with Chris Poole on starboard. entering at the right-hand end of the line. There's the gun, 4 minutes to go. Of course, he's facing Jeppe Bork on port.
Up hard, Yankee.
White flag already. Aggressive?
Yeah, aggressive from Paul. He's just asking the questions of the umpires. You know, there's no way there could be a penalty on Chris. So, wow, there you go. Blue flag on Jeppe Bork's boat. So, yeah, obviously being that port tacking boat, potentially get the umpire's view on it.
And Pool's not done yet. This cat-mouse game continues. He goes back for more. Will he get a second penalty? Bork this time is going to have to tack quicker.
Holding, aiming, holding, aiming, holding, aiming, holding, aiming. Up, Yankee.
Another flag, another close maneuver, another tack from Bork, another decision from the umpires. Green flag. Going for it. Coming up on 10 seconds to go, the start of race number 1 of the finals of the Congressional Cup. It's going to be Chris Pool to the left of Jeppe Bork. Pool down towards the pin. Going full speed there. Bork a little bit behind. There's the gun. We're off in race 1. Advantage Pool on the line, and he's given Jeppe Bork a penalty. So, Ed, I know you can't see the macro view of the course like we can. It's a pretty square run. Jeppe Bork behind by a good 6+ lengths and with a penalty. The Stella Artois Spinnaker is up and flying and heading downwind, heading for home. It's Chris Pool looking to snatch his first win in his first Congressional Cup finals. Quick, the finish of the first petite race is really close. Williams was ahead, but Nick Egnott Johnson from his left-hand side just snatches a puff of breeze to cross Ian Williams and take the first match and the first to win 2-point petite finals. So 1 up. Egnott Johnson over Ian Williams. Back in our feature match. And this has been his demeanor. You know, we talked about pressure early on with Ed. This has been Chris's demeanor the whole week. It's just calm, cool, steady.
Just confident, I think, about how well they've been doing and how much they've continued to grow and learn as a team.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Belmont Pier, give it up for Chris Pool, taking first blood in the first race of the finals of the 58th Congressional Cup. So let's go down on the water with the victor. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris Pool.
Just try to keep the speed up in the pre-start and get off the line with a little bit of pace, and then from there we can go to the shifts that we want. That was kind of our strategy.
We're going to go back into our feature match on board with Pool, fresh off his first win in a first-to-win 3-point finals. Coming up on 1:30 seconds, and Pool is leading Bork, who's asking a lot of his Catalina 37 in this pre-start in light airs.
Overlap.
Oh, man. Holy moly, you can't get closer. Bork is going in for the kill. Flags on both boats, screaming and yelling.
Overlap. Yankee on blue.
What have we got here? Blue flag. Jeppe Bork gives a penalty to Chris Pool, and he's not done yet. 1 minute to go, a lot of time left. It's like Jeppe just woke up, or maybe Pool was asleep.
No, fantastic job being that pushing boat. As Ed mentioned there, in this light stuff, you don't want to be that pushing boat, but fantastic job to get the hook.
Now, this is the race I've been waiting for 5 days. What is Chris Pool going to do when he's up against the ropes? He hasn't been in this position all week.
Pool failed to keep clear of Porsche yellow, rule 11.
Which Kirk has just reminded us, Rule 11 is windward leeward, and so a pretty easy call, it sounds like, from the umpire team.
Right now, Chris Pool is to windward with 20 seconds to go. He's very dangerously close to being over. Bork is to leeward, has rights. He's going for more. Pool's in trouble.
Don't come down! Don't come down! 2, 1, yeah.
Wow. This is great. Pool over the line. Pool has a penalty. Pool in big trouble. This is Bork's race. This is Bork's start. He's doing exactly what he has to do to stay in the Congressional Cup. And like I said, it is Pool now, for the first time in this regatta, finding himself on the back foot. So this is going to be an awesome match to watch.
This is interesting seeing this go coming back at each other now. You got the starboard port and, The pool is slightly advantaged in terms of being up the course, but he can't quite cross. So he's just trying to out-tack these guys, and this is going to be really interesting to see who leads at the top.
Absolutely, and Bork is protecting the right. Remember, Poole still has that penalty to undertake. This is great.
Stand by, guys. Normal hoist, eh? 2, 1. Tacking.
The way his body language is right there, it looks like he's comfortable crossing. Now they just need to stretch out.
2, 1, go hoist.
Poole into the hoist. He's out in front. Still has to get rid of that penalty. This is what I wanted to see. Poole under pressure. How's he going to respond? Well, that's pretty good so far. He has got wheels on the Danes.
I'll tell you what, Tucker, this is right now enough room to do your penalty at the finish line. But if he does a good job down this run and positions himself out of the gate on the same tack as Bork, then he's going to push them farther back.
Real quick, let's see if we can shift over to the finish line. Your third place competitor in the 58th Congressional Cup is New Zealand's Nick Egnott-Johnson. Well sailed over Ian Williams. And Ian Williams will take fourth in this Congressional Cup, the reigning champion. So now we've got to get rid of the penalty. That's next on the list if you're a Chris Poole fan. Halfway, just past the halfway mark on the run. They haven't made any mistakes at all in this race since the beginning when they got that one penalty. Poole looking for his first victory in the Con Cup. And of course, the Danes looking to even the score. Now, here we go. Jib going up.
You and the hatch. 2. Oh, Platts is going in the hatch. Drop.
And the kite coming down. One length to the line. Jeppe Bork has jibed as well.
Watch the kite. Watch the kite.
Okay, they're not going to go around the pin. They're just going to do it right here. About a third of a length above the line. Very slow to my eye, that turn. Okay, he's got a little distance. Here it comes. Back to jib. Dump the main. Put the weight to windward. Everything looks pretty cool. Jib comes out, and the bow just points down towards the line. It is over. Chris Poole has done it. He's gotten rid of the penalty, and he's won the match. Now it is 2-all over Jeppe Bork. Another impressive finish for the still undefeated Chris Poole.
Who's through the race?
Yeah, no, it was a little bit of a tricky race. Light air, kite set on the entry, and then we went to down to the boundary. Sorry about my guys talking. We're debriefing. And then didn't do a good job staying close enough to the boundary, and Jeppe was able to hook us, but we were happy with that to go for position and get some speed. And then we just got off the line, and Joachim called a great first beat, started to stretch away, and the traffic helped get us enough of a gap to do a penalty turn at the finish.
So now we're going to go downwind with Jeppe Bork, who's up against the ropes now in this Con Cup.
Yeah, that was another tough one, to be honest. We're still a little bit slow on speed. Managed to get that penalty on hitting the start. It was really good. Pushed him over the line as well, so it should be a pretty good start. But we just can't keep up at the moment. Huge kudos to him and his speed team because they're just super, super fast.
Here we go, folks. It's going to be Chris Poole on starboard above the signal boat. That's the gun. Both boats over. Jibs are up.
I'm going to clear ourselves so we're right.
Oh, this is going to be entertaining. Now Bork is going around the pin. Chris Poole has cleared himself. The spinnaker coming down. Now he's just going to wind up. Oh, no, is he not? He's going to go. Oh, he's going to go for Bork. This is great. Forget the start. Forget the race. When you got your man down, put your foot on his jugular and kick him again.
Winding up and tacking.
Oh, my gosh. Chris Poole pushing Jeppe Bork into the spectator fleet there.
Race to the line, he's in your gas.
And now Chris, after pushing him away from the start, decides he's finally going to go for the line. He's going to be giving him gas, Jeppe Bork gas, bad air.
And 2, main on, 2, 1, and press.
All right, I listen. Now, at this point, my hat is completely off for Chris Poole. To have the confidence to skip the start and just go at him one more time. And there's the result as Jeppe Bork crosses the line now slower and about 3/4 of a length behind and down speed tacking. Chris Poole goes with him. And on board the Danish team. This is always a demoralizing moment in the race. There comes a moment in every race, and of course you never give up, but there comes a moment where your grasp on the lead starts to just slip further and further away, and it becomes more of a reality. Now he set himself up to the right and on starboard. That's sort of a last-ditch effort. Everybody knows that the lead boat just goes above and avoids. I don't think I've ever seen that move actually work, but I mean, you got to try anything at this point. But is it too little too late? We got less than a minute left, folks, and we've got Chris Poole headed for home. He sailed this week with Ryan Wilmot, Luke Payne, Mal Parker, Matt Cornwell, and Jakob Aschenbrenner, who didn't get left on the dock this morning for the all-important finals of the Congressional Cup. And Chris Poole, undefeated in round robin 1, undefeated in round robin 2, undefeated in the semifinals. And now as he sets up for the final turn to the finish ahead of Jeppe Bork, Chris Poole and Riptide Racing are undefeated in the finals of the 58th Congressional Cup. Ladies and gentlemen,
Not there yet, boys.
winning his first Congressional Cup as he's poised to cross the line. Give it up for Chris Poole and Riptide Racing.
Fucking perfect. Perfect, you got it.
Wow.
Perfect, you got it. Fucking Bernie, perfect, you got it.
Big fella, hey? You coming back?
Fucking perfect, dude. Fucking perfect. Fucking perfect, Flappy.
I mean, that's the perfect word for it. This week for Chris Poole and his crew have been perfect. Wow, look at him celebrate. But first we go to the second place finisher in this Congressional Cup, Denmark's Jeppe Bork.
Well, yeah, huge congrats to Chris and his team. I know he's been wanting this for so long and he's worked really hard. They were clearly way better than us today. They sailed really, really well and we didn't show up for the game. Sorry about we couldn't give the spectators what they came for, but yeah, they were just very, very good and totally deserve it. So well done to them.
Not much else to say. I just won my first Con Cup, and the guys with me who did a phenomenal job all week. We just went 24-0, undefeated to win the Con Cup for my first time. It feels amazing. I couldn't have done it without these guys. Jakob Aschenbrenner, Bernardo Sfridas, Mal Parker, Luke Payne, and Matt Cornwell. These guys have been with me for the last few years. Bernardo was the last fill-in, and they crushed it all week. I got nothing else to say. Mom, thanks for getting me into sailing. This is an amazing feeling, and it's years of hard work paying off.
And he has done it, as he pointed out, a perfect regatta, 24 wins and 0 losses. That is so impressive. He's setting himself up for the victory lap along the Belmont Pier. The fans are still here partying, and they are saluting the crowd. Continuing to cheer. Here comes the champagne moment. Yay! Well done, Chris Poole, well done. And thanks to all of you for watching the live coverage of the Congressional Cup live here in Long Beach, California on the Belmont Pier. Congratulations to Chris Poole and his crew. It's been a fantastic week. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you, Long Beach Yacht Club. And we'll see you again next year for the 59th Congressional Cup here in Long Beach, California.
With racing concluded, time for the award celebrations at the Long Beach Yacht Club.
In second place, Jeppe Bork. Thank you. In our first place, our winner of the Crimson Blazer, Chris Poole and his team.
And so Chris Poole receives the traditional winning skipper Crimson Blazer.
The Congressional Cup.
And there it is. The Congressional Cup is presented to Chris Poole and the Riptide Racing Team. First-time champions with an unprecedented perfect record of 24 straight victories in this outstanding match racing regatta.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause.